Welcome to the Profound Beggar podcast. I'm your host, Shaquille Majuri, and we're being joined by our co-host, Profound Beggar and self-proclaimed Ben Dooley expert, Jakob Schmidt. How are you, Jacob?
Full.
Sorry?
Full. I ate lunch.
Alright, what do you have for lunch?
Quiznos. Also our sponsor, I might add.
Quiznos. Very cool.
You know that the quiz knows.
The quiz does know indeed. We might have to take a short break here as we held Ben Dooley, our guest today, who's suffocating. Anywho, so Jacob, we're here to discuss the...
I gotta explain this. It's Ben Dooley.
So there is a space, but those are two separate words, Ben and Dooley.
Ben Dooley. That's a different guy.
So we are here with Ben Dooley, who is documenting his life, the life and times of Ben Dooley. How are you, Ben?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
Good. Well, of course I'm doing well. It's my show. Now, who is Ben Dooley? What is Ben Dooley? Is Ben Dooley a singular being? Is Ben Dooley a collection of thoughts? Is Ben Dooley man or beast?
Ben Dooley is whatever you want Ben Dooley to be.
I like my Ben Dooley.
So,
cold.
Can Ben Dooley be, I don't know, a chocolate-covered raisin?
Sure, why not?
Can Ben Dooley be the stuffed animal that I tuck into bed with me at night?
Heck yeah, you can.
What is that beeping? I need to warn our viewers that at any point this building may spontaneously combust, as has been suggested by these constant beeps. So, Ben, what are your plans for the winter break?
My plans for the winter break. I am going to profoundly beg you guys to upload this podcast as soon as possible. I'm going to profoundly beg a lot of people to do stuff for me.
Now, we were speaking before the podcast started, and you were telling me that you have this insatiable urge to read, and you're subscribed to People's Magazine. Now, do you read People for the celebrity gossip or for the fashion advice?
To be honest, I'm a huge fashion guy. I'm always up to date on, everything. I am really into fashion,
Jacob, I'm flustered. Jacob, that's the sound of Jacob opening a bag of Ruffles. What flavor Ruffles do you have there, Jacob?
Hold on, everybody. Get ready for this.
Jacob, do you have any questions for a guest here?
Ben Dooley, what is your favorite flavor of Ruffles?
My favorite flavor of Ruffles. I think that every Ruffle is equal.
No. Now, that's not the kind of podcast we run here. That's a very politically correct answer. We're here to find out the truth. I don't care if it's sour cream and onion. I don't care if it's salt and vinegar. You have a favorite Ruffles chip. What is it?
My favorite Ruffles chip.
Your favorite Ruffles chip. If you had to kill every other Ruffles chip, which one would you let survive?
Sour cream and onion. No doubt.
Now, how do you think the salt and vinegar community would feel about hearing that?
I don't give a damn how the salt and vinegar community would feel about that.
Alright, so, profound question of the day. What do you think, now bear with me here, what do you think of the idea that trees are actually made of lollipops?
Trees are actually made of lollipops.
What do you have to say about that?
What do I have to say?
What does Ben Dooley... This is the life and times of Ben Dooley. There's no more pressing matter than lollipop trees.
Lollipop trees are a thing. There is no doubt that trees...
Is it sanitary to lick a lollipop tree?
Probably not, but who cares? I mean, if you want to lick a lollipop tree, go ahead and lick a lollipop tree.
Should we be educating our children to not lick lollipop trees? Because you're dealing with bacteria. You're dealing with other people that may have licked those trees. You're dealing with birds and little critters that inhabit those trees. Is it safe to be letting our children, the children that are going to lead our future, the next generation, to be licking lollipop trees?
It's 110% safe. Lollipop trees are the most sanitary tree out there. If you're going to lick a tree, it's going to be a lollipop tree.
Are you willing to put your name behind this movement, telling kids and their parents in Canada that it is okay for their kids to lick lollipop trees? Are you prepared to stand behind that statement?
Ben Dooley is prepared to stand behind whatever statement you want him to.
I have some statements that I'd like you to stand behind.
Jacob, please.
Okay, first statement. Would you say that buildings should be made of wood or candy?
I would. You know? I definitely
Candy or
vote
wood?
wood.
Which
You
one?
definitely vote wood.
You have to vote either for candy houses or wooden houses.
candy houses, obviously. I mean,
You just get a lot more variety with candy houses, though, right? Because you can have like candy canes. You can have candied salmon candy or salmon. Look at that. Profound. I didn't even mean to be. What is candied salmon, guys? Ben, tell me. Is candied salmon candy or salmon?
it's both. I mean, you have your candy, and you have your salmon, and you mix it together, and you get candied salmon.
Get a nice buzz too.
Jacob, are you willing to trust Ben here?
I would trust Ben.
If
I
I
would
bring
trust
you,
Ben with at least a sandwich for a few
if
minutes.
I bring you a bowl where I have mushed candy and raw salmon together, will you eat that?
Well, it would depend on how the stock market was doing that day.
What are your thoughts on the NSA, Ben?
My thoughts on the NSA. The NSA is the most ridiculous organization on the planet of the Earth. They're watching our kids. They're watching our wives.
Okay, now I have to interrupt you
Have
here.
you
Now,
seen the Backstreet Boys? Because they are a close second.
Jacob, now you see, we were discussing the NSA last week on our podcast, and we had a guest here with us. Unfortunately, Jacob Schmidt couldn't be here to host with me, but profound beggar and self-proclaimed NSA expert Jacob Schmidt was in studio. And he was very aggressive against the NSA. And, you say that the NSA are watching our kids. Well, we don't have to pay for babysitters if the NSA is watching our kids. What do you have to say to that, Ben?
What do I have to say to that? I have to say that I don't trust the NSA with my kids. I don't know the NSA. Who is the NSA?
How do you feel about this self-proclaimed Ben Dooley expert Jacob Schmidt?
Oh, are you asking me or are you asking Ben how he feels about Jacob Schmidt?
No, I'm asking Jacob Schmidt how he feels about Ben Dooley. No, about the NSA.
How Ben Dooley feels about Jacob Schmidt's thoughts on the NSA.
Just talk.
I think we all know my thoughts on the NSA, the no supervision agency.
Okay, now Ben, tell us how you got started in this career to broadcast journalism.
How did I get involved in broadcast journalism? I have this really bad habit of repeating every question you ask me. I got my start in broadcast journalism. Similar to you, you were discovered by a pack of hawks, I believe. I was discovered by these ape-like things that raised me.
Now listen, you may not
Jocks.
like your parents, that's no reason to call them apes.
I never said I didn't like them. I love my parents. They're the two greatest ape things on the planet.
Oh god, this is so
Okay,
emotional.
clearly Shaq has never got a piggyback ride through the jungle before.
Yeah, so tell me, did you know Tarzan?
I wouldn't say that I know Tarzan. I would say that we were more like best friends forever.
Is he nice?
He's unique. You have your nice people, and then you have Tarzan. He's
like the kind of guy, like if you go to a party and then he's like dancing a lot, and then you're sitting down, you're like, that guy.
When you
That's
go
a
to a
guy.
party, there's always that one,
He dances, right? He
Yeah,
dances
like-
a lot. And
yeah,
you're
it's like, can you
okay,
imagine,
guys,
every time you go
time
out
to
somewhere,
stop
there's always that
dancing.
one, surfer guy with the really long hair. I hate that one guy.
that's Tarzan.
Hey, millions and millions of children grew up with Tarzan as a role model, myself included.
Tarzan's a poser and a liar.
So if
He's
you-
a liar and a cheat. He's not a monkey. He just thinks he is. But enough about Tarzan. What do you think about air consumption? Should we use it?
Well, Jacob, tell the fans.
I
at
was
home-
actually asking Ben a question.
Jacob, I know, but I must inform you that our audience may not be familiar with air consumption, so could you please iterate what air consumption is?
Air consumption, self-explanatory, consuming the air. What do you think, Ben?
I mean, do we have any other option?
It's obvious that we do, Ben. Like, let's not play around.
Now, what is, I'm a conventional guy. I just like to consume my air through breaths, but, some people like to eat them. Some people like to sprinkle some potpourri on there. What's your favorite way to consume air,
I like
Jacob?
to consume air with a nice toxic cloud of tobacco smoke.
All right, anyways, Ben, how do you like to consume air?
I like to consume air, 60 times a minute. That's my preferred rate. I'm doing it all the time. I'm doing it right now.
Times per minute. That would be a Dooley meter, right?
Yes.
Duolometer.
This is an improvised show. So who would you say is your biggest role model?
My biggest role model. I would definitely have to say that my biggest role model is Bill Amos.
Why?
I admire everything about Bill Amos. He's a classy guy. His exams are always...
Bill Amos, I have a lot of respect for that man. With a name like Amos, it would have been very difficult in high school. Just gonna say that.
Why, Jacob?
Well, it all stems from the biblical meaning Amos. That is, to pass gas.
Oh my god. Alright, well, we'd like to apologize for all the fans listening out there. We will be certain to no longer have self-proclaimed Ben Dooley expert Jakob Schmidt on our podcast. We'll have another guest next week. Now, one closing
You don't understand, I am the show. Can't fire me.
They're not supposed to. Alright, so let's go with, we got two more things left on the agenda. We got a final question for Ben. And and then we'll take it to the callers. And I have a little tirade to go on beforehand. How annoying!
Oh, here we go.
How annoying are those? You know those little kids who you'll tell them, "Hey, you gotta eat your vegetables," and they'll say, "Why?" They're like, "Well, they're good for you." Why? Well, they're full of vitamins and nutrients. Why? Like, how am I supposed to beat that, kid? Some things just are the way they are. And all the time, you're not getting away from eating your vegetables because you're saying why every 10 seconds. You're better off eating your vegetables than going and asking your philosophical questions elsewhere with your stuffed animals, your toys.
You just look them right in the eyes and you say, if you don't eat your vegetables, you're going to get really sick.
What's next for Ben Dooley?
Ben Dooley is going to go home. Ben Dooley is going to sleep. And then Ben Dooley is going to get up Thursday morning and come back to school. That's probably what's next.
What a fascinating life you have. You know what? It's great that you can leave things so open-ended. Like, what will you do on Wednesday? Who will you see? What strange occurrences will go on in everyday life? But I like that optimism.
What shenanigans will Ben Dooley get into?
What shenanigans indeed. So we're going to take it to our callers now to close the show. So lines are open. Please feel free. You know our number. I don't have to say it again. I think we have our first caller on the line. Hi there. What's the name? I'm Janice. Well, hi, Janice. What can I do for you? I had a question for Ben. Did your accent change? No! Okay, so, we're here with Janice. What's your question? Well, I'm having troubles at home with the girlfriend, and I was wondering, how do you stay so optimistic, Ben? I just need to know.
Janice, I believe that's your name. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go home to your girlfriend, and you're gonna tell her that you're not okay with what's going on in your life. You're going to stand up for yourself, and you're gonna tell her what's up. These women need to know what's up.
Oh, thank you, Ben. I don't know what I'd do without you. All right, that's our caller. Let's go to our next person on the line. Hi. My name is Gabriel Iglesias. I don't know why I have to talk like this all the time. I'm such a big fan. How are you, Ben?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
doctor told me I can only have 24 Timbits a day or I'm probably not going to be okay from a health perspective. So, I was wondering, what kind of Timbits should I get?
I'm personally a chocolate Timbit guy, so, 24 chocolate Timbits.
Oh, what about a couple jelly, though? I like
Oh,
jelly
a
myself.
couple jelly. I didn't consider that.
Alright, let's go to our final caller for the day. Ring, ring. Hi, you're on the air with Profound Beggar. How can I help you? Hi, I'm Shaquille. Hi? Yeah, no, I'm from the future. It's a thing. I give it like 3-4 year tops. Man. Steve Jobs, not dead. Just wait for that one. What can I do for you, Shaquille? Well, I just wanted to tell you, you think this is all in good fun, this Profound Beggar podcast, especially that one conversation you had with Ben Dooley about his life and times. By the way, not focused at all. You guys could really do better on that. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know, here from Future Shack, bad idea. You all get expelled. What do you mean? Well, apparently you can't make butt jokes about your teachers. So yeah, you're probably better off just burning this. But if I burn this, and we'll never see each other again, Shaquille. I'm always with you, Shaq. And I think that's all the time we have today on the Profound Beggar podcast. I'd like to thank my co-host, Jakob Schmidt, self-proclaimed Profound Beggar, and Ben Dooley expert. And I'd like to thank Ben Dooley from the Life and Times of Ben Dooley.
Thank you for having me.
Have a good night. We'll see you next week on Profound Beggar.
Time for the outro. Profound Beggar was brought to you today by viewers like you, or listeners.